Hello children, today we'll start with sex-linked inheritance. X-linked genes, that is the genes present on X chromosomes, are of two types, recessive and dominant. First we'll discuss the recessive ones. Number one is color blindness, that is red-green color blindness. In this disease, the patient cannot differentiate between red and green color. Color in the eyes is perceived by cone cells. Color in the eyes is perceived by cone cells. Red cone cells, in red cone cells, the pigment is formed by the gene present on X chromosome. If there is mutation of this gene, then it leads to red color blindness, that is proteinopia. Means the gene which is responsible for the formation of red cone cells is present on X chromosome, and if this gene is defective, the patient is unable to identify the red color. This is known as red color blindness or proteinopia. If green cone cells are defective, whose gene are also present on X chromosome, then it leads to deuteranopia. Protonopia and deuteranopia are together called daltonism. So I have drawn across here, children. Here female is normal, means both XX are there, no recessive gene of color blindness is present in the female, but male is color blind. It has only one X chromosome, and this X chromosome also has a mutated gene for color blindness. So female will form normal gametes, male will form two types of gamete, one having X chromosome and another having Y chromosome. Now in the progeny, daughter will become the carrier and the son will become normal. Daughter will become the carrier because one X chromosome is normal, means one gene is normal, one is recessive. Normal gene will express itself and the female will not become colorblind. But if this female marries a normal man, then the her son can become colorblind. So male's X chromosome is transferred to the daughter. Therefore, the defective allele on X chromosome is always passed from father to daughter. Now, this disease allele from father is transferred to daughter, and from daughter it is transferred to grandson. That is, trait is not transferred from father to son, but it is transferred from father to daughter and then to grandson. This is known as crisscross inheritance. Trait is not transferred from male to male. It requires an intermediate female, that is daughter. So father to daughter, then to grandson. When the trait is passed from the father to grandson through daughter, then it is called crisscross inheritance or diagynic inheritance, because mediator is a female. So we have discussed color blindness. This color blindness gene carries out crisscross inheritance. That is, it is not transferred from male to male, but intermediate female is required. Next is hemophilia. This also carries out crisscross inheritance. Hemophilia, in this hemophilia, the blood does not clot, and a minor cut in the patient's body can leads to its death, because the blood cannot clot in the hemophilic patients. Hemophilia is also known as bleeder's disease or Royal's disease. This is called Royal's disease because it runs in royal families of Europe through Queen Victoria. Hemophilia is of two types, hemophilia A and B. Hemophilia A. In hemophilia A, factor 8 is absent. See, in blood clotting children, many proteinaceous factors are required and they are numbered factor 1, 2, 3 like this. So in hemophilia A, factor 8 is absent. This factor 8 is also known as anti-hemophilic globulin. And in hemophilia B, factor 9 is deficient. It is also known as Christmas disease because factor 9 is also known as Christmas factor. It is also known as thromboplastin. So now a question is there, a carrier female which possesses gene for hemophilia. So female is a carrier for gene of hemophilia on one X chromosome and gene for color blindness on other X chromosome. Means this female is carrier both for hemophilia and color blindness, but both the genes lie on different X chromosome. This female marries a colorblind man. Find the proportion of progeny suffering from both the diseases. See, female is carrier of hemophilia as well as colorblindness, but both these genes are present on different X chromosome, and male is colorblind. Now, we have to find out the progeny suffering from both the diseases, that is colorblindness and hemophilia. See, this female will form two types of gamete, one having XH and one having XC, means one having recessive gene for hemophilia and one having for colorblindness. Male will form two types of gamete, XC and Y. These are the probability of the formation of progeny. So in this, female is formed which is carrier for both colorblindness and hemophilia. Here hemophilic male is formed, here colorblind female is formed, and here colorblind male is formed. So none of the progeny will have both the diseases. So no individual will be suffering from both the diseases. Now we will discuss the difference between sex limited traits and sex influenced traits. See, both the genes of sex limited traits and sex influenced traits are present on autosomes. Therefore, these genes are present both in male and female. But sex limited traits are expressed only in one sex. Sex limited traits are expressed only in one sex, though its genes are present in both male and female. Whereas sex influenced traits, genes are expressed in both the sexes, but in one sex the expression is moved due to some hormones. This is known as sex influenced traits. So sex limited traits, genes are present on autosomes, genes present on both male and female, but the expression of gene is limited to only one sex. Example, milk glands in female, beard in males, deep voice in males, antler in male deer, brilliant plumage in male peacock. These are sex limited traits. Sex influenced traits, genes are present on autosomes, that is present in both male and female. Genes are expressed in both the sexes, but in one sex expression is moved due to some hormones. For example, baldness is controlled by B gene. So if capital B is there, then female will also be bald and male will be bald. Recessive, both will not be bald. Heterozygous condition, female is not bald but male is bald. Expression is more in male, and such traits are called sex influenced trait. This is hormonal. Next topic is mutations. Children, what are mutations? Mutations are sudden changes in the genetic makeup. The sudden changes in the genetic makeup are known as mutations. So mutations are sudden inheritable discontinuous variations which appear in the progeny or organism due to permanent change in their genotype. So mutations are sudden inheritable discontinuous variations which appear in the progeny due to permanent change in their genotype. Mutation, the term mutation was coined by Hugo de Varese. He gave mutation theory of evolution. We will study it in 7th chapter. He worked on the plant evening primrose, that is Oenothera lamarckiana. Now types of mutation. There are 3 types of mutation. Genomatic or numerical mutation, that is change in the with respect to chromosome number. When chromosome number change, these are known as genomatic or numerical mutations. Chromosomal aberration means change in the structure of chromosome, and gene mutation change in the structure of gene. So genomatic or numerical mutations are changes with respect to chromosome number. Chromosomal aberrations are change with respect to structure of chromosome. Variations with respect to gene number and gene sequence. Gene mutation is change with respect to gene structure. There are changes with respect to nucleotide number, nucleotide type, position, sequence, etc. If changes are with respect to one base pair, then they are called point mutation. If in the gene only one base changes, then it is known as point mutation. Sickle cell anemia occurs due to point mutation, which we'll discuss later on. Now, genetic disorders. The disorders which are present by birth are known as genetic disorders. The disorders which are present right from the birth are known as genetic disorders. Genetic disorders are of two types, Mendelian disorders and chromosomal aberrations. That is change in the chromosomal number aneuploidy. And Mendelian disorders occurs due to mutation in single gene. So Mendelian genetic disorders are the disorders which occur due to mutation in single gene. For example, sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia, the RBCs become sickle shape and they lose their capacity to transport oxygen. Sickle cell anemia is an autosomal disease, means the change occur in autosomes. Recessive disorder, the gene for sickle cell anemia is recessive, associated with chromosome number 11. So, sickle cell anemia is autosomal recessive disorder associated with chromosome number 11. Abnormal hemoglobin is designated by HbS or HbS allele forming abnormal hemoglobin, and normal hemoglobin is formed by normal allele HbA. Normal hemoglobin has 2 alpha chains and 2 beta chains. In case of abnormal hemoglobin, at 6th position, glutamic acid is replaced by valine. Normal hemoglobin has at 6th position glutamic acid in beta chain, whereas abnormal hemoglobin has valine at 6th position in beta chain. This is normal hemoglobin. It has the sequence CTC, GAG. During transcription, CTC is transcribed as GAG. Transcription is formation of RNA. So from DNA, RNA is formed, and from RNA, protein will be formed. So this GAG, codon in RNA, codes for glutamic acid at 6th position. What happens in abnormal hemoglobin? Instead of T, A comes here. So this is point mutation. Only one base is being changed. And in this, pyrimidine is changed by a purine. CT is a pyrimidine and A is a purine. When pyrimidine is changed by purine, this type of mutation is known as transversion mutation. This is a point mutation. When mutation occurs, instead of CTC, CAC is there. So during transcription, GOG will be formed and GUG will code for valine. So at 6th position in beta chain, in abnormal hemoglobin, valine comes instead of glutamic acid. Due to valine, there will be formation of bonds in hemoglobin, or polymerization of hemoglobin is taking place and network of hemoglobin will be formed. Therefore, RBC shape becomes unstable. From biconcave disc, it changes into sickle shape. So, the change in shape is primary effect or major effect. Sickle shape, this is major or primary effect of sickle cell anemia. Major effect. Due to this, many secondary effects also arise. For example, sickle shape RBC are long, therefore they cannot pass through narrow capillaries. They will result in clogging of capillaries, that is blocking of capillaries. So primary effect or major effect is RBC becomes sickle shape. Due to this sickling, the RBCs cannot pass through narrow capillaries and they will block the blood capillaries. This is secondary effect. Blood supply and oxygen transport is disturbed, and this sickle shape RBCs can result in brain damage because workload on spleen will increase because it will cause breakdown of abnormal RBC. RBC count will decrease. It will lead to anemia. HbS containing RBC are destroyed more rapidly as compared to normal hemoglobin. So major and minor effects together represent a syndrome. So in this sickle cell anemia, both major and minor effects appear together. So if HbA is there, then normal hemoglobin will be formed. If HbS is there, abnormal hemoglobin will be formed and it will result in sickle cell anemia. Death of individual occur in childhood stage. When HbH is there, death of individual will occur in childhood stage before reaching the adolescence. This is called sublethality. HbA, HbS show codominance. Both normal and abnormal hemoglobin will be formed. This condition is called sickle cell trait. In this, generally the shape of RBC is normal, but when oxygen concentration is decreased, they acquire sickle shape. In HbA-HbS condition, generally the shape of RBC is normal, but during oxygen deficiency, the RBCs will become sickle shape. These individuals are resistant to malaria as malarial parasite cannot penetrate the sickle cell RBC membrane. So this HbA-HbS provides resistance to malaria. Next Mendelian disorder we are going to discuss is phenylketonuria, PKU. This is also autosomal recessive disorder associated with chromosome 12. Sickle cell anemia was associated with chromosome number 11. In phenylketonuria, the enzyme phenylalanine hydroxylase is absent because the gene coding for enzyme phenylalanine hydroxylase is deficient or mutant. This phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme converts phenylalanine into tyrosine. When this enzyme is deficient or absent, then phenylalanine will not be converted into tyrosine, and this phenylalanine gets accumulated and is metabolized by different pathways. This phenylalanine gets accumulated in the body and it gets metabolized by different pathways other than this pathway. So phenylalanine accumulates and is metabolized by different pathway and form phenylpyruvic acid. This phenylpyruvic acid, if accumulates in joints, then causes brain damage. If it accumulates in joint, it causes joint pain, and if it accumulates in brain, it causes brain damage. And this type of brain damage is called phenylpyruvic acid IDOC. This type of brain damage is called phenylpyruvic acid IDOC. Absorption of phenylpyruvic acid by kidney is less, therefore it is excreted in urine. Next Mendelian disorder we are going to discuss is cystic fibrosis. This cystic fibrosis is autosomal recessive disorder associated with chromosome number 7. In this, formation of a defective glycoprotein due to which there is production of salty sweat, which contains very high amount of sodium and chloride ions. So there is a defective glycoprotein which causes the formation of salty sweat and thick sputum. This thick sputum or mucus accumulates in lungs and pancreas. Due to accumulation of this thick mucus in lungs, it causes respiratory problems. Formation of fibrous cyst in pancreas, which causes depletion of pancreatic juice. 1 out of over 1800 white people and 1 in lakh births among Asians suffer from cystic fibrosis. The carrier of this disease show resistance to cholera. This is very important. Next is Huntington's disease. Huntington's chorea or Huntington's disease. This is also autosomal, but it is not recessive, it is dominant one. Associated with chromosome 4. In this, delayed lethality is there, that is, death occurs after sexual maturity. In this disease, brain tissue deterioration, brain size shrinks, and mental disorder occurs. Myotonic dystrophy. It is also autosomal dominant trait associated with chromosome number 19. Mild myotonia, weakness in the musculature of face and extremities. This is pedigree chart of showing myotonic dystrophy. This I will explain later on. Thank you, students.